How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and over the weekend I went down to the St. Louis area to participate in the Winter Regional Championships. Now, this is actually the first time in years I've done any sort of competitive battles, much less double battles, and in a VGC format. But I actually ended up going 5-3 in the event. I had a fun little gimmick, I had a great time, and I managed to record some of the fights. Now, my first round opponent was disqualified for having too many EVs on his Pokemon. Unfortunately, the battle videos I uploaded for round 2 and 3, they're missing, I can't find them. So I lost my round 2 fight, I won my round 3 fight, although that one wasn't really anything too fancy. And here I am going to show you my round 4 fight. So go ahead and give it a watch, and huge thanks to Pika Pastor for giving me the schematics for the team and letting me borrow his Hitmontop. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, buddy! Okay, so this is my round 4 match in the VGC at St. Charles, Missouri. It was against Chris, and I just was not sure what on earth he was using. It looked like it was some kind of weather counter team of some sort, which is kinda neat. Yeah, so he leads with Slowking of Weavile, and I should have seen this coming, that it was a Trick Room setup. I haven't played enough VGCs to really know everything. Yeah, so I just led with Rotom and Hitmontop. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting. I know that Weavile's gonna fake me out, and as soon as I saw this, I'm like, yeah, Trick Room's coming. So it fakes out Hitmontop, which is awesome because I'm running eject button on it, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to switch in for Electivire, and even though I guess in hindsight this was pretty dumb, it works out great because you see the motor drive, yeah, that's going to make it really slow once the Trick Room gets set up. So I use Discharge, and remarkably, I get a critical hit on the Slowking. Oh my goodness, so it doesn't even get a chance to get the Trick Room set up, and I get that motor drive boost off of Electivire. So I'm feeling really good about that. And it does pretty good damage on the Weavile. Now, Weavile's just protecting, which I guess is kind of okay. I wasn't really going to go after it anyway. I'm going to go for an Earthquake. I mean, I guess it probably would have killed Weavile, because it's rather fragile. Maybe not. I don't know. So I go for that. I'm not feeling really like doing Thunder Punch or anything to Kingdra. I wanted to get Weavile out of the way, or at least put the focus on pressure, or not pressure, having it use Protect. And I figure, hey, I'll go for another Discharge. But then Kingdra disables my Discharge, and I'm like, what? Oh, well, that's just lovely. It's kind of a funny move, but okay. So Weavile gets in an Ice Shard. Yeah, it hits Electivire. I'm not hoping it'll do a lot, but it gets a critical hit, and that just stinks. So that did way more damage than I thought. But it's okay, so I go for the Earthquake, and it was enough to take out Weavile. And it doesn't quite take Kingdra out. Now, I cannot use Discharge, and Hydro Pump would do virtually nothing to Kingdra. So I just went for the Paralysis. I want to try buy time until I can get Discharge to not be disabled anymore. So he gets a Scald off of Electivire. It has to burn it. Oh my goodness. Electivire would have lived, would have Thunder Punched that Kingdra's brains out. But no, it gets the burn off of Scald, and that's just enough to knock it out. So between the critical hit and the burn, Electivire just did not have a lot of luck. So he sends out a Glaceon, and I send out my Hitmontop. Now I'm feeling kind of alright about this. I think Glaceon's a little bulky, but it's not going to stop me from using close combat on it. I really don't want to give it a chance to set up. I'm going to use Protect just to try and buy time so I can use Discharge again. And we'll just kind of see what he's targeting. I go for the close combat, and it's not quite enough to take Glaceon out. So I have to suffer some defense drops. Rather unfortunate, but hey, you know, what can you do? Now, Glaceon's using Blizzard without the Hail on, mind you, and it manages to hit my Hitmontop, which, yeah, whatever. Looks like Hitmontop's toast. That was clearly the thing he was most frightened about. But if I can just buy enough time with Rotom, I think I'll be okay. Now, Glaceon heals up with Leftovers. I guess it's trying to be a bulky set, anticipating Hail or something. I have to use Togekiss here. Now, I don't get to use my fun strategy of using Trick onto whatever to give my opponent a Master Ball. That was my whole goal throughout the tournament. Just to give people Master Balls. But I figured, no, you know what, let's not do that. So I just go ahead and Hydro Pump Glaceon just to get it out of the picture. And it's just as Kingdra now. So really there's not a lot I have to do except Air Slash it for the win. And yeah, that could have been a lot uglier had he pulled that Trick Room off. Oh my goodness, good game, Chris.